Welcome back to Marketing of the Minds. I'm Chad Russell, COO of Arcane Marketing, and Ryan's not here, you'll notice, and I think that's pretty much going to be me taking over this from now on. So Ryan's more than welcome to join in and ask questions and participate. But like I said at the beginning of this, I have to update some links for everybody, some registration links, and get those shared out. But in the meantime, the reason for this podcast today, the material we're going to go over are just like the basics of Facebook ads and Facebook Ads Manager. As we know, during COVID and during the pandemic, a lot of businesses have kind of cut back on their budgets, and they've kind of trimmed back on some of the more traditional marketing mediums that they've been using. And we've seen a lot of our clients in particular move more of their marketing dollars towards the paid advertising marketing such as Google ads, Facebook ads, even going so far into Instagram and LinkedIn ads as well. So anyways, I brought on Brennan Loveless. He is our social media department director here at Arcane Marketing. And I brought him on just to kind of give you a very basic, brief rundown of Facebook ads in particular and why they're important, answer any questions that you might have. But I'll just kind of throw him some questions and let him take over on that. And we'll see where that goes after that. So, hey, how you doing, Brennan?
Doing pretty good. Thanks for having me.
Good. Yeah, we got a full audience today, full packed house today. So, no pressure, right?
Great. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, Brennan, Facebook ads, you've been doing a lot of that here at Arcane Marketing, and you're probably one of the most knowledgeable people I've ever met that knows about Facebook ads. Right now, you're doing a weekly training with our fulfillment team that's actually opened up my eyes quite a bit as to how robust that tool is. So in the briefest sense, if somebody were to come up to you and say, what is Facebook ads? What does it do? What is it? What is Facebook ads?
Facebook ads. So yeah, that's a great question. Honestly, Facebook ads is a great marketing platform. There's a lot of ways you can market to your customers, but I think the number one reason why social media advertising is the way to go is your customer runs social media, especially right now with the pandemic. Everyone's at home on their phones more than normal. So I guess to explain a little bit easier, Facebook advertising is a way. I'm sure all of you guys have seen ads on your Facebook feed as scrolling. So Facebook advertising is a way to create an ad and get your customers on that feed and other placements that Facebook owns. Instagram, Facebook owns Instagram, so you can have ads show up in front of people on those platforms as well. So so it's something you pay for, just like Google Ads, and you can get in front of a lot of people that way. So.
Cool. Yeah, Brennan. You're just slightly choppy in that, but I think we got the gist of that. Facebook ads is a paid. It's basically it's in the ways they collect money, but it's advertising that you're paying Facebook. It's to display your business or products or your services on the Facebook network and the Facebook related properties such as Instagram. So I had originally, before I've been in digital marketing for over 8 years now. And when I first dipped my toes into Facebook advertising, I was doing post boosting. And so I think a lot of people, that's kind of where they get their first exposure to Facebook's paid advertising platform. And right away, I found out that boosting posts is quite a bit different than the ads that you run in Facebook's ad manager platform. And so can you give us real briefly what the difference between boosting a post versus using the full platform?
Yeah, so both of them use money to get in front of more people to boost your ad or your post to get in front of more people. Using Ads Manager is a way more effective way of doing that because you have more targeting capability, first of all. So with boosting posts, you're very limited on who you can reach, who you can target. with Ads Manager, you have a lot of options on who you're getting in front of, rather than just spending money just to get in front of more people. You can really hone in who you're targeting. So that's one reason. Another, I think, important reason to use Ads Manager instead of just boosting a post is you can really choose the objective that you're trying to reach. So with boosting a post, you're just getting more people, or you're just driving more traffic. But in Ads Manager, you can choose a different objective. Like, I want more sales, or I want more video views, I want more app installs. Whatever your objective is, you can choose that within Facebook. And then have your ad be more focused on achieving and getting that result, rather than just getting in front of more people. So boosting posts is a great start, but yeah, Ad Manager is a way more robust tool to get better results.
Okay, gotcha on that. I'm going to repeat a lot of what you just said, because your audio is just, it's really choppy where you're at. Yeah, it's crazy. So, basically what he was saying is that boosting posts is a good way to get started in it. I mean, you can target audiences, and you can get some basic posts that you put up on your Facebook in front of more people for a few bucks. However, when it comes to Facebook Ads Manager, it's just a much more robust and large tool that just can feed you a heck of a lot of data that can help you refine your marketing campaigns. Also, with the Facebook Ads Manager, you can utilize what's called Facebook Pixel, and it's tracking code that can help you track conversions on your website. If you're bringing in traffic from your ads in Facebook to your website, then you can get you can track those conversions better and get a lot of really good insights coming back on that. Also, if you get into remarketing, where people visit your website and then they visit their Facebook, they'll have a cookie in their browser where your ads will start showing up to them as they or those customers as they visit Facebook and utilize that. So looks like we lost Brennan real quick. He may sign back in here. Let's see what's going on. All right, Brennan is restarting his computer. Yep, it happens. So yeah. Anyways, when Brennan gets back on here, I'll get more into it. But one of the really coolest things I found out that I found with Facebook Ads Manager is the amount of data it can give you on your audiences. Based on who's interacting with your Facebook page, who's interacted with past ads. We all know that Facebook collects a heck of a lot of data on people. I mean, that's what their business model is. And so, without getting into the conspiracy theories of why Facebook's collecting so much data, as a marketer, we do understand why they're doing it, because obviously, Facebook needs to make a buck too. They are a very large company, and they've got their platform that billions of people use, and they put a lot of time and effort and research and development into collecting data on people. Some ways, questionable, but other ways very voluntary by people who use the platform. They use that data to help marketers and businesses market services and products to people on the Facebook platform. And a well-optimized and well put together Facebook campaign, you can see a lot of your return on investment, or in Facebook ads, they call it return on ad spend. A really good campaign on there can really make the difference as to whether or not you're going to run successful internet marketing. And remember, Facebook ads is a tool. It's one of the many tools digital marketers use in their wide toolbox of different strategies that they can do. SEO, Google ads, email marketing, social media marketing, and so forth. Facebook ads is just a really powerful tool that I believe should be utilized by as many people as possible, as many businesses as possible, because rather than putting all of your eggs in one basket, it's nice to take your marketing efforts and kind of spread them out all over the place. So anyway, I would definitely challenge you to look into Facebook ads and see what Facebook ads can do for you. Here at Arcane Marketing, we'll definitely be happy to sit down with you and show you some case studies that we put together about really successful marketing campaigns that we run on Facebook ads, or just take a look at your existing Facebook ads campaigns that you have now. I mean, if anything, we can take a look through it, do an audit on it, and give you some pro tips and some pointers on how to improve what you're doing. So anyway, yeah, go ahead, Nate. Do you want me to? Are you watching? Do you want me to bring you in? Here, I will allow you to talk. You're on, Nate.
All right, can you hear me?
Yes.
I just wanted to point out a couple of things too. With Facebook advertising, there's a lot of control that you have. And sometimes it's a very specific audience or specific definition of an audience. And you have all of the reign to be able to discriminate who does and doesn't see your ad based on demographics or based on location or based on type of ad. And so you can set up several campaigns, right? But the beauty of what's going on right at this moment is that a lot of people have still not restarted their social media advertising. So what that means is cost for your engagement is low, and not a lot of people are actually doing Facebook ads, especially, while we're a company that helps people nationally, locally, we're not seeing a ton of local companies running Facebook ads. And so the market's basically wide open. So it's a huge advantage to run ads and take advantage of places where people have their attention constantly, while knowing that you can get cost per engagement down by, 40% lower than it has been in the past 2 months. So that's all I wanted to add, is that it's prime real estate for lower than we'll probably see it again for a very long time.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. We've actually seen a few of our clients during the pandemic. A few of our clients really started pumping some extra dollars into their Facebook advertising, and some of the results that have come out of that. If Brandon was still on here, I'd have him just give you a quick. It was like, what is it, like 18-to-1 return on ad spend. They spent $1,000 on marketing, and directly resulted in $18,000 worth of additional revenue for this particular client, this particular industry. So absolutely, there is a lot of revenue to be had out there, but it's got to be done smartly. It's Facebook Ads Manager is an incredibly complex and incredibly robust tool that you definitely need to know how to use it. And you need to know of its features, and you need to know of its limitations to really take advantage of what it can do for you. And that's one of the things that we specialize in here, like crazy, is Facebook ads management. We've been doing it for quite a while. We got some of the best strategists and specialists in the area who have cut their teeth in their digital marketing experience in Facebook ads. So I would definitely ask, if any of you are watching this podcast, or if there's anybody who watches at a later date, if you want to know if your Facebook ads campaign are really performing well for your business, or whatever your strategies or your goals are, feel free, give us a call here at give us a call at the office. We would love to sit down with you and take a look at stuff. Maybe if we just point some things out that you can fix and you see a return on investment, why not? That's our goal here. That's the reason why we do these Marketing the Minds podcasts, is because we want to make sure that we empower everybody who interacts with us and who engages with us with the information and knowledge they need to help their business, go to the next level, help them realize better sales, help them realize better lead generation, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we would absolutely like to talk with you on that, and I'd like to get deeper into the Facebook's ad stuff, but we might do it. We might do it in a little bit. Let me see if Brandon just might be right back on here. It looks like he's probably back. That's great. Oh, Coulter's in here. Cool. Yeah. Hey, since Coulter's in here, I'm going to have him jump in real quick. He's had quite a bit, if he wants to, of course. Anyway. Oh, Brendan's back. Great. Perfect. I am going to make him a co-host. Cool. You're back in here. I'll let you jump in here in a little bit, Coulter. I might have you get into this a little bit. But anyway, this is funny, all these technical issues that we have. I have a funny little quick story. I just last week, I do a DJ show online, and for about an hour and a half, I have in a little radio station, an internet radio station in London. Every technical thing that could have happened before that. It was just awful. But then again, this is how you learn from it. You get through it, you figure out what was problem and fix it. So it's never ever perfect. And that's what kind of makes it gives it that organic feel, right? It's not just totally polished up and edited. No, mistakes happen and we try to blast through them. But anyway, yeah. So while you were off and rebooting your computer, Brennan, Nate chimed in and gave us a little bit of information about, what customers are seeing right now, what people are seeing as far as ad spend being a little bit less now that the pandemic's been happening. And then I did mention, I mentioned that one particular client that you had a really high return on ad spend for. And I didn't give too specific details, but what was that, an 18-to-1 return on their investment?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Am I still choppy or does it sound better now?
No, you sound great now. Perfect.
But yeah, it was about an 18-to-1 return on investment. So it was awesome.
No, it was a really big win for them. Obviously, we're going to use them as a case study. But I was getting into before that, it's I want to, anybody who watches this, I want them to realize that, we have a really good team of people here who have been working in Facebook ads for a heck of a long time. Coulter just jumped on. He knows a little bit about that stuff, being one of the prior owners of Strategic Social Partners. Of course, you used to work for Strategic Social Partners before we sucked you in here to Arcane Marketing. And, you guys knew your stuff and you still know your stuff and you're still, training on it and learning more and more. We're going to wrap this up in another 5 or 10 minutes, but Brennan, if you were to, if you were to give any good tips or tricks, maybe for someone who, might still be a little bit cash strapped, might want to, dip their toes into this and try it out. What's a good takeaway, or what's a good tip or trick that you would recommend them to take a look at, to pay attention to? And then of course, if they ever want to bump it up to the next level, call us. But what would you give someone beginning who are just starting out their Facebook ads campaign? What's 2 or 3, just real quick, keep an eye on these or keep this in mind or something like that?
Yeah, I think one of the tips that I would give is just to make sure you're authentic. I think people like that more than they like a really nice professional video that you got created. If you're authentic, if you're showing your real self, if you're being conversational, it doesn't, like, you can just do like a Facebook lifestyle video where you're holding the phone and doing like a selfie and do a video like that. And those types of, that type of content performs really well for the most part on your advertising. So tell your story, talk about your brand, and run that as an ad, and you'll reach a lot of people. A lot of people will share that, and you'll be able to, get a lot of brand recognition that way. And you won't be seen as just another one of the brands that they're just going to scroll past really fast, but you'll be seen as someone that they can really relate to and connect with a lot easier.
Right. Great. Absolutely. That's one of the biggest things that I tell, a lot of the clients that I work with, and I teach to the team, is that, nice polished videos are always, they're nice. Of course they are. They're great to have, and they have their purpose. But when it comes to local businesses, especially, when you're dependent on your local community to make your revenue and to bridge gaps and to help people out, being able to show people, the people you live with and that you work with and that you rely on, being able to show them your true self, how you actually are, that authenticity, it pays dividends. It really does help out. And it makes you more personable. It makes you more real to them, right? How many times have you seen those polished commercials on television that seem great, but then you meet the person behind the business in real life, you're like, I didn't know. Totally different than how I thought. First impressions are the best impressions, right? And Facebook advertising and the tools that we have to utilize these great platforms, it allows us to be ourselves and to make that good first impression. right? And so you don't need to strive for perfection, but you do want to make a good first impression. I definitely think that's good information, Brendan. That's absolutely right. And I think a lot of people also, they get really intimidated by, I've never done this before, or I can't make a great video. It's like almost everybody has a almost professional grade camera in their pocket at all times. They're not quite as nice as Miles's cameras and stuff like that. Those are always nice, but just to get the job done and to get going on things, to take those crucial first steps. I think a lot of us have more tools and more opportunity than they actually think they do. And so one of the things that the creative department and I are putting together are in the future that can even help with the Facebook advertising is we're going to start putting together some instructions on how to do your own videos, how to shoot your own video that our teams can use. I mean, if you can shoot a decent little video using a $50 worth of equipment and your smart device, that's going to be much better, much more higher quality than what you have. You just hold your phone up and walk around. I mean, then, if you're our client, you send that kind of material and that content to us, there's just a lot more we can do with it, right? And it's really, the barriers of entry are very low now. They really are. And so keep an eye out for that stuff that we'll be sharing. And of course, I really appreciate you getting on here, Brendan. Is there anything else that you wanted to add to this before we wrap her up?
Yeah, I'll give one more tip. I think it's really effective and really important to just be consistent with your social media. Post on all your platforms. Have an ad playing at all times. That way you're in front of people, because especially with the pandemic going on right now, a lot of businesses pull off their advertising budget, which gives you a lot of chance of getting in front of them for a lower cost, like Nate was talking about earlier. So just be consistent with it. Get your name out there as your audience becomes more aware of your brand and more trusting in you. Whenever they're ready to buy, they will, because you've been in front of them the whole time. So that's my last little tip of advice I'd give.
Right on. Yeah. In future episodes, we might get a little bit further into this, but really this Marketing the Minds, we just want to get you guys asking questions. We want to get our audience asking questions, give them that hunger to learn more, because every one of us here at Arcane Marketing, we love to share our knowledge and our experience and our expertise with everybody. And we don't have problems. We don't charge any money to answer questions. We don't do that here. And so a lot of basics videos that are going to be coming up, a lot of basics podcasts, and as Marketing the Mind keeps going. But if you see this video on YouTube, share it. Get involved. Put in comments. We're on Facebook Live as well. We'll answer comments and questions out of there. And share the registration link. I'm going to update the registration link and send it out on our Facebook page, and we'll get it out on the registration emails as well when people come in to register. But anyway, yeah, it was fun. And if you'd ever, any of you, this audience that's watching this, if you ever have a topic that you want us to cover or things that you want us to mention, and heck, we'll even do shout outs once in a while. Why not? Just let us know. Email me here at Arcane Marketing, or email Brennan, email Nate, Ryan, Coulter. We'd love to hear from you. So anyway, hey, thank you very much again for tuning into Marketing the Minds. Hopefully by next week, we'll have a lot of our technical issues fixed up, but who knows, it's always fun. The challenge is fun. So, all right. Hey, thanks everybody. I appreciate it. And we'll see you again next week with the basics of Google Ads and PPC. Take it easy.